Greetings, 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 all that are present. Greetings, greetings. I am just coming on for a moment because I just want to kind of speak to you real quickly about um, coaching anonymous, coaching anonymous, and what I mean by that is you have to be so addicted with supporting people, helping people, pushing people um, that it just like when you sweat from a good workout, how the perspiration just oozes out of your pores. Um, Coaching should be the exact same way. Coaching should be the exact same way when you're taking your time to really pour into someone. How many know you really don't have time? There's not enough time in a session, sometimes in a day, to really motivate a person the way that their passions, um, your passions, really line up. And so I want to really talk about just for just a moment um, what we do here at Organic Coaching and Consulting. Um, Many of you are trying to get into the coaching business, and people are making it seem like, oh my God, that's so difficult. Um, what do you know? What are you degree with? What are you experienced with? Um, what is your passion, your desire? 20 hours, 20 hours of anything, 20 hours of anything takes you to a place of being an expert. 20 hours of anything takes you to a place of being an expert. And so, um, what do you know? What have you spent time in? What have you tried? What have you failed in? Sometimes you can fail first attempt in learning. Sometimes you can fail so good that you can tell everybody what not to do. Um, my failing place is marriage. Boy, I can show tell you what not to do in some of those areas, even when I thought that I was doing just about everything that I was supposed to do sometimes. But I've come to the conclusion, I've come to the understanding that I have not always done right, mainly because I did not really know what to do. I thought I did. Um, that's one thing that you shouldn't BS your way through. Partnerships, relationships, things that are supposed to gel together. You should be very careful about how it is that you handle those things, how you handle those things. And so that's just one thing. The other thing is um, coaching anonymous. So I want to talk about coaching through the assignment, through the exercise, and not just coaching to the assignment exercise. A lot of times we coach people to. Um, People will usually get to there too, but it's what do you do when you get there? Um, Growing up inner city, it was just getting to age 25 as a black man and not be dead. The problem was once I turned 25, once I turned 21 and not be dead, it was like, now what do I do? Or the goal to go to college, and then you're like, okay, I'm in college, but I don't have a goal to graduate. Or the goal is to get married. Ooh, I'm married. Ooh, I was married now, but I don't have a goal to be married and to figure out exactly what entails being in a marriage. And so when coaching people, you have to coach them through the exercise uh, down to completion, and that can take time. So you need to think about that when you're setting up your sessions. You need to think about how someone learns, if they're an audible learner, if they're a visual learner, if they are a scribe, There are some people that are scribes. They need to do hands-on writing things to bring things to memory, and so you should be very mindful of those things. Also, also, you should be very mindful of let's see, where everybody can't not learn in all environments. So you have to be careful to really outline the environment that you're in and know where you're going. Starbucks may sound like the go-to place, but sometimes Starbucks is not the best. It's not the best place to go, and so you have to get to a place where you actually know. You actually know that. What else? Attire. Don't roll up on an event and you're gonna be outside in Texas at 140 something degrees, 104 degrees. I'm exaggerating a little bit. 104 degrees. That's not exaggeration. And you all suited and booted in a three-piece suit, uh, or you have the other person thinking that that's the attire, and they roll up on you, and you sitting in your linen suit, cooling. Those make uncomfortable and stressful situations for the person that you're training with. Um, what else? I'm just going to be with you just for a little while longer. I just really just kind of wanted to let you know we're going to be going through some trainings. We're going to be going through some much needed and desired. I think I've gotten a few inboxes from a few people and calls that we want to do. We want to put in some work. Also, I'm going to be speaking at a conference here soon, an event soon, under the topic unapologetically me. And so, if any of you all want to be a part of the panel afterwards, I have a 90-minute slot. And so I'm thinking hour running my mouth and then doing the coaching part. And then we all come together. Some of you all can get your feet wet in coaching and motivational speaking or speaking in front of people. I'll definitely help you through that. But you all can be part of the panel, putting together a panel. What we're doing is helping parents to cope through the transitions of education now versus what it was pre COVID and now, um, or pre pandemic and now where we are at this state of the game. And so I just want to kind of lay that with you and lay that on you. It was important that I came and just wanted to touch you all, especially those in the group. Yo, you all have a very special connect to me if you're in the organic coaching and consulting, speakers, writers, authors, some other um, speakers, writers, authors, podcasters, podcast guests group, because we want to build a network amongst us so that we have speakers for when we're doing our shows and doing our events and things of that nature. And so I am here for you. I'm a coach. I'm going to push you. That is my job. I'm going to, I need a little push myself right now. I got some stuff going on, but you know, that is why we're here, so we can push each other. Sometimes it takes a tugging and the pushing, a pressing, and a shaking and a breaking. And so um, the oil is there, but in order for the oil to flow, sometimes you got to do some things to it. You remember Nintendo back in the day? It wasn't the game; it was the dust. Which I don't even know if it really was dust or if it just like us spitting on it. I don't know. But you put it in there, take it out, put it in there, jiggle around, take it out. If that didn't work, you got stick it back in there, and all of a sudden that double dribble, Mario Brothers or whatever would work, and you'd be able to play the game. So, just something to think about while you are doing what it is that you're doing in the areas of coaching and consulting. I am here organic because that's what it's going to always be with me. No MSG, no hidden message. Straightforward, as authentic as possible. pulling out the authenticity in you. Um, um, look for my very important class, Brand University. It has several different layers. This will be the first layer, unapologetically me, that I am beginning to teach, because you have to know that you don't have to apologize for being who you are. After all, you can't change that. Nobody can change that. You can try. It lasts for a little bit, but nobody can change who you are and what you are. Um, um, Thank you all for those of you who popped in today with me. Appreciate your support. I'll try to let you know when the next time I'm going to be doing this, and you all in the group, shout out. Let me know when you all want to uh, get in the pool, man, and get wet for real when it comes to this coaching and consulting. Right now, I'm just kind of just wetting your whistle. I'm really ready to go. I coach people from um, the neighbor next door who is going to court and just needs some reassurance on talking in front of people. I've coached all the way to NBA players who were battling depression and suicide. So, um, coaching has a couple of multifaceted areas, but the medical field comes against certain things because of the way it's set up for legalities and things like that. So, um, yeah, I like the dialogue. I really hate lecture series, and so I always ask who wants to come on the show with me so that we can dialogue and talk together. So, um, thank you all for spending about 15 minutes with me. This is Dr. Roy Sullivan um, with Dr. Sully Speaks, founder, CEO, or executive director of Organic Coaching and Consulting, the face of Dr. Sully Speaks, LLC. Um, we will talk to you as soon as we can. Thank you, and God bless you.